It's been a few days since we said bye. Still no news about Rarer. If only he was gone for good. But...
Hello! You must be the traveler in pipe. Mr. Flint has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's been a
The wild hunt? Oh, uh-oh. Come on, let's go!
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole...
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable.
He's not seriously still getting strong.
Everyone's here already.
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rarir to strike again, but it's like he just vanished into thin air. That is, until this morning, when a ratnik found signs of wild hunt activity while...
And we're sure that Rarer... Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reikir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat beyond our ability.
Traveler, there wasn't a shred of sanity left. Nothing but mad...
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Then, Paimon gets chills just thinking about it.
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage. If he has such
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Unless something went wrong.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely...
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of rationality.
That actually sounds about right.
There are many unanswered questions here. Besides his name and title, we know little about...
Exactly. And we wouldn't even... I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't find more than, like, 3 useful...
So, if we do nothing, last time we had Marionette and her big Paimon's head hurt.
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla. One thing's for sure. If we...
A perfectly reasonable hypothesis. However, it is worth noting that these two locations...
I agree, we should split up. Right now, Rarir's goal seems to be gathering Kuvaki.
Wait, why he see a...
If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from
That's right. Yes, it...
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But... And if we do run into Riri...
That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting. Run like the wind.
Didn't you say the third rule was...
I don't know. Did I?
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a trace of Rarir...
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Anefa, let's go.
Any leads?
Nope. Diddly squat. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Oh, I hate this
So, you guys didn't find anything?
Not loving the word.
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that, or he's just extremely...
He's been biding his time for a while.
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost
All we can do now is hope that Aino and Anefa turn up some leads. Wait, he's actually here? I did.
No. It's Silver Moon Hall. The Lady Kutar might be in danger.
Let's get over there, quick! Why is he attacking the damselette? What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kutar out of here!
On it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge into darkness. Thalindus, soon I will find a way.
Watch out!
barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional
I have a question. When me and Anefa showed up, We saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. We weren't there for the whole thing either.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started.
Kutar, can you shed any light?
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see.
Wait, she's the moon goddess? Oh,
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon. I've never met that person before. Why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot say. But
Kutar,
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you and seeks to take it for. But right now, devising a counter strategy should be our #1 priority.
A counter strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this. Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us. No, I can't say that. Come on, Yehoda.
running is our only option.
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other...
Well, I mean...
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time to...
wait, what?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. A coyote doesn't stop for bypass. What is it, Loma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess.
We can't just roll over and let him get away.
Yeah, we can't. Besides, she'd pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little...
Riri's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return. And then, if it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything. After much reflection, I've realized any relationship based on need is purely transactional. You were born here, and now...
thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm very well then.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great distances in an
It is, but I find it very draining. I've been rejected by the world. My power is dwindling.
What do you mean, rejected?
The 3 moons belong to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment the 3 moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the Frost Moon, I cannot, yet moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can reflect the other's glow. So on our fingers, but this method of recovery is painfully slow.
It's the Wild Hunt!
Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation.
See how those Wild Hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's...
Preparing for dust up.
Ding dong, water bomb! There's one!
With one heart,
They just keep coming! This is driving me nuts!
The rear's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on Kutar's help to escape! This goes on much longer.
my blessing.
Observe. Close your eyes. Night falls. The night comes.
Ding dong, water bomb! There's one!
Preparing for dust up. Installation check.
With one heart, we play.
Observe. Night falls. Beware the creatures of the night.
Ultimatum protocol. Defensive mode engaged.
By the Frost Moon hands, branches aside.
Be silent. Night falls. Observe. To dust.
Good! Rainbow! See what?
Preparing for dust up. hands in
With one heart, we pray.
The long sleep beckons. Close your eyes. Be silent. Night falls.
Shooting down weather bomb! Your blood!
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
How are you? Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvartnir? Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this.
Oh, is that where
That's the one. Come on, move! There's no time.
Wow! Where are we? This is...
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in AKA the Black Market of Intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. They're as an expeditionary force on foreign soil. Working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on... Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
We've heard all... You look way younger than Paimon
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsvartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get...
Another.
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some... My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the wild...
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be...
Note to self. Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been...
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this that's a lot to take in.
I'm truly sorry, Miss. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt and did everything you could to stop it from escalating.
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just... And, to be perfect... But now that a new variable has come into play...
A new variable?
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely... That said, while I know was explaining everything just now...
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they all... I don't know who or what could pull something like that off.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log. A Nodcryan Ratnik's field journal.
Oh.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do... Still, it's safest to assume they won't be Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsvartnir was because we'd had report... But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his... But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself? The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari. Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So...
Right now, we've got at least three things. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone...
What if there was a way to tap into...
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the... They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses would... I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's
Hold on. Are you suggesting...
The iridescent moon.
That's right. If we can find the iridescent moon's...
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps...
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However,
I know a way, but... We will...
The Experimental Design Bureau?
Yes. I must...
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't...
Then that's settled. Next up, as you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his wild hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a... The wild hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the...
It's true. We still know. If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even...
But where would we even start? I doubt...
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
Ah, she heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal.
Detail! Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rerir. Given the severity of... We can't do this without the Curatorium. But I need...
Wait a sec. How did you even... Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig.
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after...
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble. Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis.
So you're just going to sit...
Why should I get involved?
What if we told you?
Oh? Then I'd say, you'd bet...
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, if you insist on compensation...
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box.
Boss, just a thought. If they come up, things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be leyline If there's any way...
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well. Yehoda, I will help. But just this once. Don't count on this happening again. Flints. That fragment that Rerir would...
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some
Wait! You actually...
Shh.
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. And that brings me to the third and final item. I'm in for this part.
No, count me in.
Come off it, you two! I'm way ahead of you here. Nefa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some once they're ready, we'll deploy the decoys across Nodcry. So as long as the rest of you...
I like it.
No biggie.
All right, then. Once your team has finished their mission,
Lady Damselette. Wait. And you two? What are you— We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're seriously—
You really think that—
We're not looking for any trouble.
Do I need to remind you that you're still out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're—
Let them in.
But—
Are you going to make me
no.
Sandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What? Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nodcry?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and...
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent, insensitive guests who won't stop asking.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I had...
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around? First, Rosaline, now you? I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than the multi-centenarian goddess, who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it real?
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you squirm was practically my only form. Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But I guess we... Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia! Have Febronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do. The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in... But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths... that might be your plan. But it sounds like... Huh? What? Listen.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt.
A horde of monsters is headed...
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area! I'll handle this.
Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself?
You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really... Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again. The entire Experimental Design Bureau is rigged for war. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in the weapons system. Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it... Stare all you want, Columbina. You're not getting another invitation to my tea party.
I know.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. Come on then, Mr. Ray here. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's see who comes out on top. Polonia, get him!
I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for...
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey, over here, you big...
Cursed moon. Go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
So this is your method for investigating Rarir's past?
Good deduction. But it's quite a...
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Boss always said it was off limits, so Oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is from. And that nice shopkeeper who sold me my treasure.
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned.
Whenever we wish. But I've never faced Rarir myself. But from what you've told me, I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman. Our paths should never have crossed, yet...
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary.
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. And also how to make sure I come out of this alive, if death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however fortunate or unfortunate we may otherwise be.
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death. It's bad luck.
For once, I agree with you. Is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind. Time to cash in a precious favor I've been saving for a rainy day.
Eh? Find who?
That shady merchant who sold you an...
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Hey.
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening.
Dori Sangama Bay? I never would have...
If you want to make it big in Nodcry, it's all about connections. It was back when I first arrived in Nodcry. My trusty, and wouldn't you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so plus any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sangama Bay is nothing if not generous. So, let me guess. You've run into some...
You guessed correctly.
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack, fresh at the very least. I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here.
What if I told you it's someone with the power to...
Is that so? Then we really are talking top...
You're...
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily, if you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here.
Then, let me put it another way. What?
Of course not. I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No, no! This is for my personal use!
Let's just say I'm borrowing it. Oh, favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay one.
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No,
free. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. Take care now.
See you later! You're my...
Excellent. Everything is well. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. So remember, don't be... Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Must be Conrian. Simple furnishings, table and chairs. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Anyway,